LHSNN, a group of students with one goal: to spread information in a way that's fun, engaging, and built for the classroom. From the latest school events to the stories that matter, they cover it all. It's not just news. It's not just entertainment. It's the voice of students brought to life. This is Loveland High School News Network, and this is the story behind the scenes.
Good morning, Loveland High School.
Good morning, Loveland. Good morning, Loveland High School.
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 Good morning, Loveland High
School.
Good morning, Loveland High School.
Good morning, Loveland High School.
Good
morning, Loveland High School.
Good morning, Loveland High School.
Good morning, Loveland High School.
When we drafted for our big group project, we did a lot of brainstorming.
With such a wide variety of ideas from the class,
Being as big as global issues and as niche as events in our town,
it was difficult to pin down one thing that was relevant to all of our students in our class.
After going back and forth about what would be most relevant, we agreed on doing a documentary about our school's news program.
The LHSNN.
The LHSNN has been around for decades,
almost serving as a time capsule
For how our school and student body looked and acted years in the past compared to now.
We wanted to make something that was entertaining and informative, highlighting the history of our news program.
After lots of planning, interviews, and drafting,
we landed on a video that both reminisces on the past and looks forward to the future.
I'm Mr. Barrett. This is my 29th year of teaching at Loveland High School. We started LHSNN back in 2006, 2007, that school year. And it was started because the ICRC, which is it's a community access cable channel. They came to us and offered through a grant an iMac and a video camera and some accessories, microphones and things. All we needed to do was give them 30 minutes of programming per month, I think. It was a heck of a deal. So we went on board and we started the LHSNN there. Okay, so this is where it all started. Back in 2006, 2007 school year, between first bell and second bell, kids would run on down here, come on over to this corner, and at the time the risers would go all the way over and over that way, and they would sit and read off of paper, and it was a VHS tape deck camera. If we wanted music, you would hit play on the boom box. We had a table over there sometimes that we would just put a placemat on or something to make it look real fancy and have a guest or somebody, but it was just bare bones getting it done. All right, so I just showed you where we began everything over in the choir room. Then we came over here and got a bit more official into what is now the tech room. Pretty small space compared to where we are now. We had a desk right over there. We had the big camera right over here and kind of had a teleprompt as well. And we had a computer station and another one over there. And as you can see, there wasn't a whole lot of room for any other backdrops or anything like that. So we were here until 2015. And let me show you what we did with our recording. Let's go this way. Back into the heart of it all. So right over here, behind all this stuff, was a tech unit with a VHS deck player in it. We'd put that VHS tape in there, and it would play to the entire school. So everybody would see the LHSNN at the same time in this big TV up in the corner that was one of those tube TVs. But that's how it happened back in the day. All right, so over in the library, we were there till 2015, and we started going to YouTube around 2011. 2015, we came over here, and I was actually in this room, 276. It was a photo room, and then we had a small room in there. We did independent study, video editing, and things like that. Then we came over here. Let's go here. So when we came over here, this room was a science room, and they gutted the whole thing. There was a closet here and a longer room here that was the yearbook that then became our room. I had a crew in there, and they would come in and out while there's a science class going on. Obviously not ideal. So when I came across the hall and combined everything, we got photo, video, the news, varsity photo became a thing at that time. It was all in the same place. So come on in. Hello, Tyler. Say hi. So here's our news desk. This is where everything ended up. We've got the camera here, obviously. All these computers, they all came in at the same time. And we had a teleprompt here. It kind of changes up a little bit. If you turn around this way, we've got the studio end of things. So we can have any sort of sit-down interview, and it also doubles as a photo studio for the photo classes. So we can do pretty much anything we need to over here. We got plenty of equipment here. We got all the camera equipment right over here. Again, all at the same time, all of this happened. So it was just kind of a perfect storm, came together. And that's the LHSNN as you know it today.
My name is Caroline Spikes, and I'm a reporter anchor for WCSC Live 5 News down here in Charleston, South Carolina.
My name is Caleb Redslaw.
My name is Chet Bentley.
My name is Annalise Dartnall.
My name is Zachary Burke.
My name is Ryan James.
My name's Logan Schurz.
My name is Caitlin Getfrick.
I'm William Hurd.
I think school news is very important. Obviously, keeping people informed is crucial, and I think just the principle of having a school news is vital, honestly.
Being a media student myself, I think it's good for kids to be able to go out, film things, like try to emulate sort of what running a real news station is like. Just getting that experience is good for kids who are interested in media.
News at high school is really important because as students, you're going to be able to offer a perspective that teachers and administrators simply won't have. Being able to offer your view and see the world through your lens is really critical to communicate with your peers, but also to communicate to the adults in the room. Learning how to see the world and how to kind of make decisions about what's going on, and it's just really important. It's important to get to know what your values are and to offer your unique perspective.
What I learned in these classes has applied to me personally. I film pre-screens for auditions and such, and I'm able to edit those and make sure that they look good and sound good because of what I learned in these classes.
My favorite part of LHSNN was just having like creative freedom to basically do whatever we want.
Anytime I had a different idea, I feel like I could go to Mr. Baird and just openly say my idea, and he'll give me criticism on it and really structure it for me. But it allowed me to do just so many different things with so many different projects. And that's why the news is different every year. You have different skill sets and different interests and just different shooting styles. That is all promoted here, and I just love that.
My favorite part of LHSNN was being able to come in every morning and really just be given blank slate on what we wanted to make. You had an idea of what the news was, but if you had an idea that came into your head the night before, you got to pitch it, try and make it happen. You got basically, free time every morning to just let your creative juices flow and try and make something unique that you thought people would like and respond to. So having that freedom every morning to just do what you thought was the most fun and exciting thing, definitely the best part of the program.
Probably just getting to hang out and creatively work as a group. We have a lot of fun in the mornings, all kind of waking up together, and then it's really just a good time to put together an episode and look at all that we did in such a short time, be really proud of it.
And I couldn't really think of one. We did a lot of really fun stuff my semester. My favorite probably, to list a few, I really liked this Frogman documentary thing that we did around Halloween. It was like a 3 or 4-parter, I think, and they were like 1 or 2 minute segments. I ended up running all around Loveland and like swimming out to Frogman Island. That was super fun. We got the narrator for Mythbusters to record like actual narration in the style of Mythbusters for one of our intros that we ran for a while. That was really fun too. Like, who are LHSNN and stuff like that.
Who are LHSNN?
I'd say my favorite memory from LHSNN that year would definitely be, I think, recording any of the sports segments. I'm not a big sports guy, so it was always comical, either catching the football, catching a baton for color guard, like a color guard segment. So I'd say any of those segments were definitely my favorite ones. And I also enjoyed doing the outros.
My favorite part of LHSN was getting to anchor and interview people. I always thought that was a really great way to stay involved with our wonderful students and staff. And I thought it was a fun and entertaining way to be a part of the news. Right at the very end of the year, we got to pull the fire alarm for the fire drill. And right after that, we all went in the parking lot and we filmed this big old LHSNN, woo! And it was fun.
I mean, I'm still always behind on everything and always working as hard as I was then. So that was good practice for that. I can think of two, it all kind of blurs together a little bit because it was just such a wild ride. But I had two segments that were mine. One was really goofy and stupid called Sports with Sam. And this was the first one where I really put myself out there as in front of the camera. So Sports with Sam was this sort of pre-Eric Andre low quality cringe humor thing that I did where I would go to folks who were really good on the sports teams or whatever, go to the folks who were winning awards at the track meets, and I would then try to do the hurdles, which I had no idea how to do, and fall on my to make it really awkward, but pretend that I was really good at it. And we did color guard, and we did mostly we did one that was gymnastics that was really goofy. Because I'm not especially athletic. So it was a little bit of making fun of myself while also making sure that the talented people look talented.
Any of my LHSN experience been useful for my future. I didn't strictly go into video production or anything. I was always a computer science programming kind of guy. But I would still say yes, honestly.
It sure has. It absolutely has impacted my future.
Yeah, I used Adobe Premiere to help edit a video for my brother's wedding.
Yeah, definitely a lot applies, especially since I decided to pursue it in college.
I work in creative advertising now, and so I'm constantly working with video editors and graphic designers, and I'm a copywriter myself, so I think the skills I learned for writing out a story or a script or writing out any written communications obviously has directly transferred to my current career path.
I mean, the biggest thing, my biggest takeaway from the news, working pretty quickly, working on the fly.
I mean, that's one thing Barrett always dug into us is this has to be done by a certain time, and as you get further and further up in the career, you realize you have to have stuff done on time, even if it's not your best product to what you think it is. Other people can see it differently, but just getting stuff in on time.
Just being able to talk to people and learning how to work in a collaborative environment. I'm very much an introvert. LHSNN was a great experience for me to kind of break out my shell in ways and kind of learn how to talk to people and throw ideas around and whatnot.
I was a part of a comedy group. I would edit our sketch videos. Even post-graduation, just the ability to pick up tools like Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro, and know what to do with them. A lot of those skills apply to other tools as well. So it's really allowed me to pick up a lot of different creative endeavors, whether it's for a hobby or for work.
I currently work in video production for ESPN, and I didn't study that. So a lot of my background and when I was interviewing was talking about how this is where I started.
Learning how to communicate with other artists and creators and to say here's the main vision, how do we work together to make it happen? That's been applicable in my main career of advertising, but also in my side projects of doing theater or making music. It all blends in that creative blender.
I helped with a lot of stuff during my freshman year of college with Bearcast, which is an organization at UC. I helped film a dating show. I helped film music videos.
For the longest time, I knew I wanted to be in journalism. I didn't know what that looked like entirely. I didn't really know I didn't know the basics of what it looked like, just like most people don't. There's a fourth wall there, and now people are always shocked to hear, I guess, what my everyday looks like. but it absolutely has molded my entire future.
Some of the public speaking stuff I feel like has come in handy in the, sort of fast-paced back and forth environment of like shooting stuff at the wall. I feel like, and I don't know if this is broadly applicable, but at least for software development is very useful, I think, in my case.
It's just something I really appreciate having. I had multiple internships in video production in college as well, so certainly set me up in a lot of ways, even though it's maybe not the thing I do all day, every day.
And that all I kind of mastered in Mr. Barrett's classes.
It's gonna fly by and just enjoy it in the moment.
Yeah, just the collaborative nature of it I still use those skills today.
I had a great time doing it, and I'm happy that I did it.
I probably wouldn't have the same kind of experiences if it weren't for LHSNN. And again, I know it sounds cheesy, but it's true.
My name is Blake Hawk. I'm 35 years old, and I was in LHSNN from the school year 2007 to 2008. I had interest in LHSNN a little bit before it even started. Mr. Barrett came to me while I was in his independent study video editing class, and he said, "Mr. Hawk, I want to do some video announcements or something like that. Is that something you're interested in, you want to work on?" And I said, "Absolutely, this sounds awesome. I like a challenge," and I was learning a lot at the time. And so from there, we gathered whatever little gear we had and decided to try it out. And it was a blast, and I learned so much just from doing our little experiments my junior year. I think if you're interested in the LHSNN, you should definitely apply. I think there's so much to learn, not only just about, video production or editing or things like that. I think there's so much culturally to learn. I think it's important to have, media literacy, and I think you can really achieve that in a really short amount of time with a program like LHSNN. I think it's important to keep up with what's going on around us, and even if that news or information may not apply directly to you, I do think it gives context into other people's lives and people that you share space with. So I think by learning about everybody's, information, about everybody's news, everybody's things going on, I think it can build a pretty great community. To future LHSNN members, I say keep at it. Keep doing your thing. There's a lot to learn and a lot to know, and you're always going to be learning, but make your voice heard.
That's all we have for you today, Loveland High School.
That's all we have for you today, Loveland.
That's all we have for you today, Loveland High School.
That's all we have for you today.
That's all we have for you.
That's all we have for you today.
That's all we have for you today, Loveland.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Loveland High School.
don't know anybody else who had the charisma and the just coolness just to be able to come in and do his thing. And he was a legend.